Welcome back to Living Local. Harvey is a Pulitzer Prize-winning comedy about Elwood P Dowd and his best friend Harvey, a 6-foot-tall, invisible rabbit. And Harvey opens at Playcrafters this weekend, and joining us in the studio is Jake Ladd. He's the director and one of the stars of the show, Chris Hicks. How are you?
Fine, but I wouldn't define myself as a star.
Oh, no, you are.
But
you are.
I would define Chris
exactly.
as a star.
So, Jake, I want to start with you. Your story's kind of fascinating. You're from the West Coast.
I am.
And you retired here in the Midwest.
I did.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about your crazy career, because it's fascinating, dude.
Well, I was trained as a director and did my undergraduate work in California, my graduate work in New York, and then did a 2-year apprenticeship with Martin Magner, who was from the Berliner Ensemble, Prague Opera Company, and NBC. And so I trained specifically as a director.
Okay.
And fell into acting as a accidental offshoot of,
Sure.
of directing. Someone had to earn a living, so that was the acting part. But no, I've been fortunate to have a career doing that for the last 45 years.
Yeah.
So, and I came through the Midwest, through the Quad Cities about 20 years ago, and knew that I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I fell in love with the passion of not just the theater community for theater, but residents here have such a passion for theater, and you don't have that in Los Angeles. So.
And now you're busier than you ever have been.
And not getting, but not getting paid to do it. But that's okay. That's what retirement is, right?
That's right. That's right. And Chris, you're a theater critic turned actress here. I mean, obviously you have a background in that as well, but you're returning to the stage, right? It's been a while.
After close to 30 years.
All right. And how's it going? Do you like it?
Well, since I've been battling pneumonia for the last 3 weeks, it's been a tough.
Yeah. But show people are resilient. That's just kind of what you do. You just kind of go for it,
You
right?
gotta.
Yeah.
Don't have a choice. I don't think I had an understudy.
No, you're doing great. Are you having a good time, though? Besides the pneumonia, it must be nice to be back.
Yeah, and I actually kind of took the role on to prove to myself that I could still do it.
Yeah, of course. I love that. And you're doing it, and it's great.
And don't let Chris fool you. She's doing great.
I'm sure she is. She is a whiz. So, Jake, for those viewers that haven't seen the classic James Stewart film or been living under a rock, let's talk about what Harvey is all about.
Harvey's about Elwood P Dowd, as you mentioned, who is a very mild-mannered, genteel, and kind man who believes that his best friend is an invisible but not entirely imaginary 6-foot white rabbit named Harvey. All of the characters in the play are unhappy. They're gnashing their teeth, they're chasing their tails and scheming, and Elwood floats above all of that. He's entirely happy in his sort of alternate reality. And the play deals with the subtext of the play deals with acceptance and tolerance and the basic power of human kindness. It's a fantastic story, and it's presented as high farce. So there's confused identities and improbable situations and all sorts of eccentricities and very broad performance style. And it's a challenge for this group of actors because, and you know the Playcrafters stage, it's a combination of traditional proscenium and then 3/4 round. So they have to switch on a dime from one style of traditional performance to 3/4 round. It's quite a workout. And to present it all in a presentational style, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is a really cool space to work in. Now, Chris, you know, I always wonder this when people are doing something that's based on such a famous film. You know, is that a place where you kind of look to the film for inspiration, or do you just kind of like block that out and do your own thing?
I did not go to the film, but since we've been in rehearsals, like maybe last week, so we were in for about a month, I went on YouTube and caught a couple of scenes from the Jim Parsons Broadway revival.
Oh, yeah.
It was, but funny, they didn't have many Vita scenes.
No, well, that's because Jim Parsons wasn't playing Vita. That's what.
Yeah, if he was, but you know, Jake, because you know, I'm sure you're a fan of the film. I know that I am as well. Did you put any winks or nods, you know, towards the film into the stage production at all?
You know, I didn't, and it isn't necessary because the film follows the play
pretty faithfully,
and the characterization very faithfully. And most people don't know, but you know, Harvey is the 6th longest running non-musical Broadway play in Broadway history to this day. So it is up there in the pantheon of American comedies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Chris, what makes this show resonate in today's chaotic world? I mean, you know, it still hits.
Well, I think a line that Elwood has, and I'm paraphrasing, that his mom told him to be either smart or pleasant. So when you think about Israel Hamas, rising anti-Semitism, QAnon, MAGA, he says in the play, I choose to be pleasant. Wouldn't this be a wonderful world if everybody made that choice?
I love that. I love that. Hey, guys, thanks so much for stopping in
Kristen,
today.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, Jake and Chris, thank you so much. Harvey, thank you for stopping in. We really appreciate it. So Harvey opens this weekend at Playcrafters Barn Theater in Moline. For more information, you can visit playcrafters.com. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.